He's alright.
Yeah, she's good.
Colin, we just got
It's huge!
This was a team effort, boys. Holy
Yes, dude, he's hard. Oh, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Shoot him! Shoot him! You got him! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
What's up, sportsmen? Welcome back to another Northwoods Report. I'm your host, Mac. We're going to transition away from that normal kind of podcast thing. Now that we're getting into the heavier seasons, we don't have as much time to just set aside time to do a podcast, so we're going to change it up a little bit. And we're going to do more of a news report kind of thing, so we can just better cater to getting you guys more content, sharing stories. We're going to talk about hunting, fishing, maybe some trapping, who knows. We got big plans this year, and so as time rolls on, we're going to be scattered out more, doing more things, and we're just going to try and get it in here as much as possible. So it's going to be more of a news report. I'll talk about the new format coming up and everything. But first up on our agenda is we have a new fishing gear sponsorship. We have a pro staff agreement with Tactical Fishing Gear, and they have a bunch of great things. Got a few here. Some jig heads. I don't know if this is their brand or not. I don't know. Open these. These aren't mine. These are Evan's. Mine are coming in the mail. But, you know, just some jig heads. Standard. I don't know if you can see that. These are... They're Golby snipers. Ooh, sticky little buggers. Right here. Whoa. So there's that guy. And these are their caliper worms. So, better show you that side off. So they got this nice little bulb here. I think they're really cool. So we got a great deal with them. You guys can actually get 15% off in their store by using our code Northwoods15. Link will be in the description, so definitely check that out if you need some new soft plastics or terminal tackle this year. So that's a great thing for us. We get to help you guys just get better gear at a deal. You know, no cost to you, no cost to us, kind of thing. Well, there's a cost to you. You have to pay for it, but there's a give and a take there. And we're also going to talk about new upcoming videos and events. So one of our new videos is Learning with Mac, where I'm going to basically be the dummy. I'm going to learn new things, and you guys get to laugh at me. But you might get to learn something new if you've never done it before. You know, let me be the idiot. You guys don't make the mistakes I will. It'll be fun. So we're going to do fly fishing here shortly or soon, and some musky tips and tricks, since I'm very much a beginner at that still. And actually that will segue into our first segment. So take it away, Logan. We'll cut to the fly fishing. All right, and we're in. Thanks, Mac, for segueing to us. All right, so I am Logan, the host of this segment.
I'm Luke. You guys have seen me in a lot of other episodes.
He will be my teacher. Today we're going to talk about just fly fishing components, just real quick and easy to kind of get the gist of gist of those videos coming out for tips and tricks for new beginners. So what we've got here is a fly rod combo that I ordered from Wild Water. It was about 160 bucks. I think we did a thing about, did we post that? No, never mind. We didn't post that video. But we had an unboxing kind of thing. We never posted because we forgot about it. So Luke's gonna break down kind of the components of fly rod fishing, or fly fishing rods. So,
All right.
here you go, Luke.
Are we going to set up the whole rod, or do we want to talk about it like piece at a time?
Just kind of break it down a little bit.
All right. So, well, obviously we really haven't done too much fly fishing content on the channel. I mean, maybe, I don't know, are there any clips of me with my musky rod?
Nope.
My musky fly rod casting? There will be soon in the future. Stay tuned. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about a little bit of the technical aspects of this stuff for beginners and whatnot. So obviously, this is the butt end of a fly rod. Fly rods either come in 2 pieces or 4 pieces. This is a 4-piece rod, so there will be 3 more sections to make up the full rod.
That's a 9-foot.
Yep, 9 foot, 9 to 10 weight. So this is actually a little bit of a beefier rod. You could use this for big steelhead fishing, pike, muskie, salmon, any of that kind of stuff. Any of the bigger game fish out there. And yeah, that's about it. AX series.
So,
looks pretty cool.
what would you call this part down here?
Well, this is obviously the butt of the rod.
Right.
Obviously, like a big bait casting rod's going to have a really long one to hold on to, or a spinning rod or something like that. But fly rods don't have that, and the reason why it's so short is because you're going to need that extra weight towards the closest part of the bottom
Right.
to be able to get that momentum and build up that kinetic energy in the whole rod to actually cast your line out there.
So would this part still be your real seat though?
Yeah. Yep.
If I needed to, if I break it because I'm too rough.
If
with
you
my
break it, it will need to be fixed, unfortunately. You can't keep fishing with it. But here, I'll show you guys how this works. You just unscrew it like any other reel seat in a rod. And these are actually two pieces. So you can get one piece tight on there and then really cinch it down with the other one. And then this just pops out and your reel comes right off. There's actually a little, I don't know if you can see that on here, but there's a little groove right there. And then on there's a ring, there's a groove too that fits these two parts of the reel.
Sorry.
On camera, come on, man.
Blur that part out.
But yeah, these reels can be either reeled with your left hand or your right hand.
No.
Well, actually, yeah, I'm wrong. Depends on you can get reels for each side though.
Yeah, I think you have to
But
switch
yeah,
it around.
this is a left-handed reel.
It is?
Yep, you're gonna have to reel with your left hand.
Oh, that's just like spinning.
Yeah,
I can do
yep,
that.
Yep. But yeah, and then you have your fly line on here, which is attached to backing underneath, usually braid. Usually with a bigger rod like this, you're going to want to use a larger braid on mine. I believe I have like 65 to 70 pound Power Pro on mine. I don't plan on ever hooking a fish, at least around here, that's going to take me down all the way to my backing, but I mean, you never know. If you decide to go deep sea fishing, you might have to face that experience, which would be pretty damn cool if you ask me. But yeah, then this fly line right here is going to be rated for this rod, which is a 9 to 10 weight. So this is probably 9 to 10 weight fly line.
And we can get into all that extra detail later.
Yeah, yep. And then your tippet line, which is this right here, it probably doesn't show up on camera very well, but this is actually a leader that came with this fly rod. So it's smaller on this end and it gets bigger as it attaches to the fly line or as it gets closer to where you can tie the
So
knot.
it's tapered.
Yep, yeah, it's a tapered leader. Yep.
That's cool.
And you can get them in all sorts of different kind of sizes and colors and stuff. You don't even have to buy a specific leader. You can just use line. I've used braid. I've used fluorocarbon, thick mono, that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of different knots you can tie onto your fly line. We can go over that at a later time. And
Oh yeah,
then,
that'd be cool. I like knots.
and then we'll put this guy back on here. Put the top part of this reel base into that hole. And then when you find this, get it secure. Put your first ring on. Cinch it down. Then you got your second ring, then you cinch that down, and then that kind of compresses the whole thing on there, so that ain't gonna
There
move
we
at all.
go. Hopefully we can get a casting clinic out soon.
Oh, we will. Once,
So I don't end up putting a hook just like Luke did.
yeah, I did that. I don't know if you guys saw that picture, probably not, but yeah, that's kind of funny. They got like warning:
Do not operate
do
your
not
power
operate.
lines.
Do not use in electrical storms. Touch overhead wires or other sources of electricity. Hear that? When it's a thunderstorm, no waving this in the air like an idiot.
You better believe I'm gonna do it.
I hope you do it. We're gonna make sure we get.
You guys saw that on camera.
We're gonna
Luke just wished for my dad.
We're gonna make sure we get video of it.
All right.
Mac's gonna be pissing off the gods. But yeah, that's basically the rundown of this part of the rod. And do we want to go over setting this thing up and putting the line like through the eyelets and whatnot?
No, not right now.
No?
This room's not big enough for that.
Okay, we can
All
do that
right.
once we go outside.
That'll
But yeah,
be-
that's a very brief rundown. There's a heck of a lot more stuff I could go over, but it would take up way too much time for what we have this evening. So
All right. Thank you.
yeah, of course.
All right. Back to you, Mac. All right. Thanks for bringing it back, Logan. And as I've just been informed by Evan, these cool caliper worms. This is the Joker color that I forgot to show last time. But yeah, you can do this. So these things are very stretchy. This is kind of fun. Super stretchy. They're durable. So thank you for showing me that, Evan. Next up, we have our fishing forecast. So, just real quick, I have got the Farmer's Almanac pulled up, farmersalmanac.com, and I'm in their fishing section for their calendar. What I kind of want to do, I don't know if this is the best site to go to, if it's most reliable or what, but I mean, the Farmer's Almanac, it's like fortune telling basically. What I want to do though is I'm just going to kind of look through the end of April and then the start of March or May, and I'm going to just give you guys kind of the best days to go and what times to go fishing per the magic. So first up, coming in April, the next best days, we've got April 25th, which is a Monday, and April 26th, which is a Tuesday in the morning. So get that morning bite, maybe call into work and spend the day fishing. That's a good idea. Next up, we've got May. I get that wrong every time. May 4th, 5th, and 6th. I believe that is that'd be Saturday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that will be the best in the evening, all 3 of those days. So get out there in the evening, go fishing all 3 of those days, and catch a big fish right before muskie opener 2. So good stuff. And also, talking about fishing forecasts and weather, we're going to kind of segue into our next little tips and tricks video. We're going to go back with Mr. Luke Bogdanovic, and he's going to teach us more about muskie fishing and what kind of conditions we want to go to. So, back to you, Logan. And thank you for that, Mac. Back to it with Luke Bogdanovic. How do you feel to be back, Luke?
It's been so long.
I know, right?
It's a total of 5 minutes.
Not even. Anyways, so tell us a little bit about what kind of weather you want to go muskie fishing in.
Ooh, that's a very, very broad topic. I've muskie fished in pretty much every kind of weather you can think of, whether it's super duper hot and humid out, blue sky days, to a snowstorm in November sucker fishing, to absolute downpour, cold front, and a thunderstorm. Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Don't do that. That's not very smart, especially when you see lightning over the top of you. But
Didn't we just talk about that?
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. But yeah, we do what we have to do to try to catch that big fish.
So what do you think the best kind of weather to go fishing in for muskie?
Me personally, I don't know if I have a specific favorite or best that I consider to be the best, because every muskie angler is going to have their different opinions on it. The fish?
That's what we're here for, is the fish.
Yeah, you're right. The fish are more important than me. I would say, let's say if you're in the summertime when it's really, really hot out, these fish are going to be at their most aggressive time in the entire year because their metabolisms are going to be skyrocketed from increased water temperatures, and just they're going to be basking in the sun in the shallower water, digesting fish and whatnot. And so really sunny days can be good, but at the same time they can also be really bad. I've had good luck in really sunny, bright blue sky days, but I've also been skunked completely. I mean, that's the thing when you're fishing for muskies, it can be hit or miss no matter what conditions you are. You can be fishing in the best conditions and not see a single fish, and you can be fishing in the worst conditions and have the best muskie day of your life. It's all a chance thing, but for me personally, I think that muskies probably I think they get really active when certain kind of pressure systems come in. Like let's say if you're fishing like a really nice bright sunny day and at 5 o'clock or so, big storm's supposed to roll in. You've been fishing out there all day long, haven't seen a thing, and then at a certain time there's a big different pressure system coming in, a low pressure system, which would be like a big thunderstorm. And that can turn fish on like a light switch, turn them from being off to on, literally like that. I mean, you can go from not seeing anything to having some of the best action in your life in a matter of minutes.
So would you say sunny day or a sunny kind of cool day, like 50 to 60 kind of range, or a warmer, warmer overcast kind of day?
I would have to go with overcast. I will always choose overcast over a bluebird sky day. Not only is that going to be easier on you because you're not going to be baking in the sun all day long, but that'll be a little bit easier on the fish too because they're going to not have to worry about those super warm water temperatures where they're going to be lurking in the shallowers, at least in the summertime.
All right.
And then for springtime, I would say, at least like post-spawn, because I don't really know if we're going to be hitting much of a pre-spawn up here, because I'll probably be either just getting at the top of their spawning stage or just finishing up with it once we start down here in southern zone. But temperatures are going to be a lot colder. They're not going to be quite as active because they're going to be using up all their energy trying to spawn and lay their eggs and mate over eating. But when they do eat, they're going to be going usually probably after smaller stuff because they're not going to want to really exert that much energy to chase after bigger things like they do in the fall. And then getting on that topic of fall muskie fishing, that's when you're going to want to use the biggest baits you have in your box, the biggest baits you can cast, because I mean, a lot of people will say, and I've heard a lot in the past, that they're putting on the fall feed bag and stuff like that, and they're really getting big. But actually, that's actually really not the case. yes, they are trying to bulk up for winter and stuff in the fall, but also when it's cold like that, when the water temperatures start to drop, their metabolism drops. So they're not going to be nearly as aggressive, but they're going to be chasing after those bigger meals so that when they do digest those bigger meals, they don't have to excrete nearly as much energy more often. So let's say if muskie in the summertime is going to be feeding on a lot smaller panfish and stuff like that, and maybe small suckers and whatnot, they're going to be doing that quite often. But in the fall, that fish might only eat maybe like once a week, once or twice a week, something like that. I mean, depending on how big it is, a smaller fish is probably going to need to eat more. A bigger fish, well, actually, no, I said that backwards. A bigger fish will need to eat more, and a smaller fish will need to eat less, but those bigger fish can eat a bigger meal at one time than smaller fish will have to do. So, yeah, in the fall, I would say use your biggest baits and just go after it. And the feeding times, we'll talk about feeding times now.
Well, we can say that for later.
Yeah. Do you have any comments about what I just told you?
No, not really, but I do know a little bit about superstition amongst muskie fishermen, and that would be the moon. The moon
phases.
It's like, I think it's, I'm not going to get into that. I can't say it on camera. But, so what's up with the moon?
A lot of guys don't believe in the moon phases, and a lot of guys do believe in them. A lot of the big top muskie guys will say that they would rather fish a moon phase than any other time during the day. And so would I, as a matter of fact. I would much rather fish a moon phase than any other time. That's why we have I think all three of us have the Muskie app downloaded, the Muskie app fishing app. At least Colin and I do, and it shows moon phases every single day and when you can go. And that's I'm not sure exactly what the science is behind it, but I don't know if the position of the moon affects like the gravitational pull on the planet or something like that, and it maybe affects like barometric pressure or something. I don't know when the weather system's around, but for some reason, not a lot of people really know exactly why, but it can just trigger muskie to bite just out of nowhere, and it's crazy, yeah. And a lot of times, depending on the time of year, those moon phases can last from a number of minutes to over an hour. It all depends on where you are and if you're at the right place at the right time.
Right on. All right, I think we'll wrap up there.
Yeah.
I'll be expecting a new video coming out soon of tips and tricks for muskie fishing and possibly fly fishing too. So.
And I'm actually going steelhead fishing in the next couple of days, so I'm going to try and get some content out for you guys because I know there's definitely no steelhead fishing content on the channel. So hopefully we can change that and I'll get some fish for you guys to see. Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Until next time, take her away, Mac. And we're back. Thanks, Logan and Mr. Luke. All right. Next up, we're going to do some shout outs. So I know this has been a very fishing heavy thing, but hunting hasn't really kicked off yet. We already covered that back in like January. So hopefully we'll get more hunting content as the year goes on. All right, I've just been informed that hunting is coming out very soon. I think, did you say next week? Next week? Okay. Next week, Evan's going, and the week after that is Colin and Daniel, and then the week after that, Abby will be hunting, all for turkey. So, turkey hunting bonanza, turkey hunting tarbalooza. I don't know any words that start with T that mean the same thing. I'm not a fourth. So, anyways, moving on from that, we've got some shout outs to do. Things we did. This is kind of the segment where we want to talk about things that didn't get videoed or we couldn't get videoed in time, or maybe we just didn't have a video camera rolling, something along those lines that we just want to share with you guys. Most of the time pictures will be up on the Instagram. Definitely go check those out if you're not already on the Instagram, give it some likes. Facebook too. I always forget about that. So definitely check out those two places, same name. It's pretty easy to find. But we will have a link to the Instagram in the description. First up, we've got Austin, what's his last name, Meagle? Meagle? I don't know. Austin, that's his name. We recently brought him onto the team along with a couple of other people. So, it's good to get him featured. I don't think he has a camera right now, but hopefully that'll change soon. We can just get him into videos. He's a big muskie guy, so we'll get him into muskie videos for sure. He's got a picture feature on the Instagram of a trout that he caught. I think it's a rainbow trout, right?
Brook trout.
It's a brook trout? Okay. It is a brook trout. I'm not very good with fish. So it's not very big, but I've also been told those don't get very big, which kind of makes sense. Fish will only grow to fit their environment. It's just kind of the law of the land, but it's a very beautiful fish. Go check it out on the Instagram. If you want to be featured in this segment, shoot us a picture, give us a little story about it. We'd love to feature you guys. And then second, we've got Mike, Abby's dad. He caught a muskie while he was walleye fishing. Very fun day. It was the only fish we actually really caught that day besides a carp. But quick little story behind that is, we were out there in Nakusa fishing for walleyes. He had a big husky jerk on there, and like second cast, the muskie just followed it right up and bit it. And next thing you know, I'm getting yelled at, we got a muskie. So I go running down the shoreline, get over there. We scooped it up in the net, and I unhooked it, handed it off to him, got some cool pictures, let her go. It was pretty fun. We estimated it was about 30 to 34 inches. Very pretty fish also. All fish are pretty. I know I just said that about the brook trout, but go check that one out. It's on the Instagram too. Moving on to our final segment. Well, it's not really a segment, just some news. Woo! You guys aren't wooing. Wow, so enthusiastic. We promised it earlier in the year. Now it's finally happening. 100 subscribers. That means we're doing a giveaway. All right, we're going to be giving away this sweet piece of fabric. This is our sweatshirt that we've got. It is a Northwood Sportsman sweatshirt. My mom made these. She did a very good job. Thank you, Mom. So, and then on the back it says, "Welcome to the Northwoods." So I think it's super sick. It's got a muskie that goes all the way around the side, lure right here, and NWS on the front. I think we're going to sign this too with some fabric markers. I think that'll look really cool. But if you guys want to, we will set up I might do a Google Forms. Best way to do that. Just be subscribed to us and go check out that Google Forms down in the description. I've got a lot of things in the description. But go check out that. All we need is your name. Double checking that you're subscribed. I'm just going to ask you if you're subscribed. You can lie to us, I guess. And an email, some way to get a hold of you if you win. It's going to be a random drawing. We're going to put all the names into a little wheel, and we're just going to click it and let it go. So, and then we'll reach out to you if you win, obviously. Maybe get a way to contact you, see if we can ship it out to you or what. So, after that, that's all I got. Nothing else. You guys got anything you want to add? Nope. All right. Until next time, this has been the newest Northwoods Report.